Hello everybody, we're starting the Sonic Adventure 2 playthrough, and I have my friend Brielle with me. Say hi to the people.
Huh?
Say hi to the people.
Oh, hi.
So, it seems that your audio is a bit laggy. I'm not sure how to fix that. It's probably just Discord. So, to explain the structure of this series, I recorded the entire game in one sitting, I cut it off into a few parts, and I invited Brielle for this one because I don't think she knows the story of this game, do you?
I don't.
Perfect. And the reason for that is because I wanted to see how someone who doesn't know the story of this game reacts to this game's story. Because a lot of people say the story is really good, and a lot of people say the story is really bad. But usually the people talking are people who are huge fans of this series already. So I want to know from a effectively unbiased position. Does that make sense?
That does.
Perfect. Now, besides that, the game opens up with Sonic being in a helicopter, having been arrested, and so he escapes. And now, using I guess a board which was made out of the door of the helicopter, he slides down the city. And the reason for this game specifically as well is because, Brielle, did you know that two characters from this game are going to get, one of them is a TV show and the other one a movie?
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're getting the Shadow movie, which is called Sonic Movie 3, and we're getting the Knuckles TV show.
Damn.
Yeah. And the reason this game specifically is because one, both characters are in this game, but two, Sonic Movie 3 will be largely based off this game.
How many
Although,
Sonic
hmm?
there?
What were you gonna say?
How many, how many Sonic games are there?
There's over 100.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's one of the most popular IPs for a reason. You were with me for the Sonic Forces playthrough, so tell me, what do you know about Sonic as of right now?
I I know that he's a hedgehog.
Okay, he's a hedgehog.
I don't know.
That's it. You don't know that he's super fast or nothing?
I don't. Well, I know that. I know the basics, but I'm not like a huge Sonic fan.
That makes sense, even though you watch Sonic X, which actually means that a lot of
I
this won't
didn't.
be familiar. Hmm?
I didn't finish it though.
You still watch the first two seasons, right?
I think.
Okay, man, you'll be surprised how familiar this story is because there's a arc in Sonic X where they pretty much adapt this game into the actual game, into the actual show. But I should note that there are a few differences, such as there is no Chris Thorndike. So if you hate him, congratulations, he's not here, and if you like him, well, too bad he's not here.
Oh, I hate him. It's cute.
Okay. No, you know what's messed up? Chris Thorndike was such
What?
a disliked character historically that they made a fan game just to kill him off.
What?
Yeah, it's called Sonic Omens.
He's,
I played it for the channel.
he's just a kid.
I know, but they hate him. They hate him, so they
Why?
killed him off.
Why do they hate him?
I don't know, honestly. Personally, I never had a problem with Chris Thorndike, but effectively, people were saying that they wanted to see Sonic in their TV show and not some random kid. And because they didn't want to see some random kid, they decided to kill him off in a fan game.
Bro,
That's messed up.
mad, mad at a kid's show.
I know. One of the craziest kid shows, mind you. Okay, people be dying left and right in that show. I should also note that because you see there's a B rank on the screen, this is not going to be an A rank run. This is not going to be a perfected run. The only thing I say is that I won't die in the levels. That's it. Mostly because I know this game well enough to not die, but I do not play this game as much as the other Sonic games, so getting perfect ranks is not for me. Alright, so we are fighting Bigfoot. What do you think is his design?
That's Bigfoot.
Yes, Bigfoot is a machine in the Sonic universe.
It kind of looks like a Minecraft sniffer.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Can you describe a Minecraft sniffer for me?
It just has the same colors. I don't know what it does. I think it like sniffs things for the player. Like a
I don't remember Minecraft having a sense of smell mechanic.
It's because they oh no they had a new update. They added a it's a like a little monster guy.
I see. Okay. That makes sense. And so, to quote more or less from the trailer of this game, Sonic the Hedgehog was arrested. This incident sparked worldwide terrorist activity. The adventure for truth will take Sonic and his friends into outer space. That's effectively how they summarize this game story.
Why was he arrested?
You'll see, if you're watching the cutscene, you'll see him get arrested. Although, it's interesting that, unlike what I did for Sonic Adventure, this time around, I just used the regular English subtitles. For those who don't know, when I recorded Sonic Adventure, I modded in something called direct translation. So instead of a localization, it's more accurate to what the Japanese characters are saying. Because these two games, Adventure 2 and Sonic Adventure, have a really bad habit of being mistranslated. Because they're late 90s, early 2000s games, and that's just what happened back in the day. I just honestly did not bother to install the retranslation patch for this game, simply because I do not play this game as much as the other one. But yeah, you see he gets arrested. Also, they did confirm, I believe, that Rouge the Bat, the one on the left, will not be in the movie. Which, okay, I'm not too big a fan of that. But my question is, who designed this character? Okay, just look at Rouge the Bat and tell me what you think.
I mean, boobs.
Boobs, that's it? You know, I kid you not, in the Sonic X cartoon, effectively, she's in a fighting tournament with Tails, and the way she defeats Tails is so savage. She just kisses the poor kid, and it causes him to go into shock that he falls out of the arena.
What the hell?
To be fair, Rouge is 18 and Tails is 8. So, he's not about that life. What?
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it was a really weird joke, but you know what? It worked. Rouge advanced into the next round, where she got to fight Knuckles, who, in this game, I remember about 10 years ago, I watched somebody play this game, and he didn't call Knuckles Knuckles, he called him Blackles, because his skin is darker in this game. Also, we're about to hear something called Knuckles Rap. Throughout this game, we'll play as Knuckles, and every level with him in it, where you play as him, has rap music. And honestly, you hear it, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Do you like rap music, Rhea?
I mean, I guess it depends on the song.
On the song. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I tend to think it's really repetitive, like fucking Gucci Mane shit. I can't listen to that.
Gucci Mane? You know what's funny? I don't think I've ever listened to Gucci Mane in my life. So I don't know what that is really. I know what Gucci Mane is, but I've never heard it. That's the best way to say it.
I just don't like. I don't really like mainstream rap, I guess.
Oh yeah, mainstream rap isn't that good, I'm not gonna lie.
The stuff my dad listens to is really fun. He listens to like old school rap.
I see. I get it. Behind the face. So to explain the goal of the Knuckles missions, effectively, as you saw at the beginning of the cutscene, Eggman attempted to steal the green gem called the Master Emerald, and Knuckles decided to break it. And it caused Rouge the Bat to have a violent reaction because she wanted the Master Emerald for herself. The reason? Rouge the Bat is a government spy, but also a world-famous jewel thief. Knuckles is the last person of his race. There are no more echidnas in the series until we get to Sonic Chronicles, but that game isn't canon anymore because Ed Penders is a piece of shit. But let's ignore the real world controversy and just pretend that for the rest of the series, he's the only one. And his goal is to protect the Master Emeralds. And why does he do that? Well, according to this song in the background, he does it for his race. What?
The song in the background.
Well, yeah, the song in the background does tell you the story of the game, for his character specifically. And I'm not gonna lie, some of these songs are okay, but some of these songs are just me questioning what were the writers smoking when they were writing these songs. For example, there's a Pumpkin Hill is alright, but then I listen to Aquatic Mine and I question what am I listening to? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what I was going to say is that Knuckles' mission were about tracking down the pieces of the Master Emerald, whereas Sonic and Tails are about getting to the goal ring and finishing the level. Which is why you'll notice later parts that when I record the characters of Knuckles and Rouge, there will be a lot of edits. I didn't edit too much in the first level because it isn't a hard level, but some of those levels are massive. And because they're so massive, you could spend upwards of 30 minutes looking for the emerald shards. Now, I've played this game before, so I can do almost every level in under 10 minutes. But once a level hits 5 minutes or more, there's gonna be significant edits for us, so as to not bore the audience. Cool?
Yeah.
Also, a bit of a rare treat, we fight Eggman as Tails before any other significant enemy. Also, this game and the second newest one, Sonic Frontiers, are the only ones where we get to see Tails pilot this thing, the Tornado X. And this was a bit of a controversial thing at the time, because historically Tails never needed a mech. He was always fast and can be really good as a character, especially in Adventure 1, the previous game. But the thing is, when they made Tails, they shoehorned him in last minute. He was not supposed to be a playable character in this game. And because of that, I think his levels suffered. And now, enter Amy Rose. What do you think of Amy Rose?
I think she's cute.
She's cute. Okay. Now, I should note that there are 4 different versions of Amy. There's Classic Amy, who's, and then there's Adventure Amy, and that Amy stays around for a long time. We then get to Pontaff Amy, who, honestly, I cannot stand that bitch. And the current Amy, which is the Frontiers Amy. They're all largely different, despite the fact that they're the same character. Because one thing that this series did that a lot of other series don't is they age up their characters. And it does allow for better writing. For example, in this game, Tails is 8 years old. And Amy is 12, Sonic is 15, and Knuckles should be 16 in this game. So that's the main quartet of the series. And given this is the Adventure era, that means we have Adventure Amy, who is effectively a love-starved individual who really kind of only attaches herself to Sonic because, and I kid you not, a magician told her to. Yep. The reason Amy falls in love with Sonic is because she got a tarot card reading saying that she will meet the love of her life on Little Planet. And the only other hedgehog on Little Planet was Sonic. And so she vowed that day to chase him forever. Until we get to Pontaff era. Well, not even Pontaff era, until we get to Frontiers era, where she just kind of stops. I think Amy in the Frontiers era has kind of accepted that Sonic does not care for her like that. Which is a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. Also, the Sonic cast are a bunch of criminals. Tails is breaking into a military facility to break Sonic out of jail. Okay, could you imagine a situation where Luigi has to break into a government facility to free Super Mario from prison? That'd be so ridiculous. Yeah. So at this point, you've seen the 3 major characters in their levels. What do you think of them?
It, it looks fun.
It looks fun? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. Although, I should note that while I do think that Tails has the worst levels in the game, I actually believe that his counterpart, Dr. Eggman, has the best levels in the game. Not control-wise, though. Control-wise, Sonic and Shadow definitely win for me. In the case of the worst level in the game in totality, it's not a Tails level, it's going to be a Rouge level called Mad Space. But if you take the sum of all of their levels and give me an average, I think Tails is just the worst character for levels. I'm not saying he's bad, because I think this game is really good. But there's that whole mentality of, hey, this is good and this is good too, but this one is just better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but why?
Well, mostly because every other character tends to be focused on building momentum and keeping up the speed while accomplishing the goal. Whereas a bunch of the Tails levels have you waiting to go up an elevator or for a switch to flick, and honestly, while it is okay, it's not as fun. And this is going to be the end of part 1. What did you think so far?
It's good.
Yep. Well, I'll see you all in the next part.